Hey YouTubers, today I'm covering replacement cables that I had purchased for my DT1770 as well as actually headphones that use the mini-XLR jack. So both of these I picked up off of eBay. I don't really remember the company because that's not the intent of this video, is not to promote them, but if you're really curious, drop a comment and I'll put in the company names. But the first one I actually ordered was by accident. So I was actually looking for a remote cable, which is that one, so I ordered that one second. But anyway, let's focus on this one first. I ordered this one first. It actually just arrived yesterday. I think it took roughly about a month from China. This cable is a straight through without any remote attached to it, but I feel it's actually very high quality. It's got a braided cable, but it's got some, I think, plastic. It's like a hybrid. It's got some plastic into it, so it's actually a little bit more rigid than this cable over here, but overall quality, I would say it's not bad. I think it's probably a little bit a notch above that one. The base here, it's got a metal base and it's got a spring coil here to help with flexing. It also did come with a 1/4-inch jack adapter. I just wanted a more portable solution that wasn't as wheelie as the original. So by comparison, hold on, let me just take this out of the way. This, I believe, total length is about 1.3 meters. And by comparison, here's the original DT770. I didn't even bother to take it out because I've actually just been using the Q701's cable, which is right here, is this long snake right here. And then here's Beyerdynamic's coiled cable by comparison. So this particular cable is actually fairly heavy, so it's not something I actually want dangling off of here. Yes, I understand it wasn't designed for portable use. I totally get that, so that's why, again, got this cable. Now, my profile is that I'm a middle-aged man. I actually have mild hearing loss according to online tests. But anyway, the point is that I'm not a big believer in that a cable changes the audio sound. Again, please don't hate. If you do, go ahead, enjoy, knock yourself out, spend thousands. You know, I'm just not one of those guys. And besides, the main purpose was for portable use. So if I'm walking around, I'm gonna hear rustling, or not that I'm gonna wear this in the streets, but I'm out about the house, so I don't really care about, you know, if I lose some sound quality for the sake of a little bit more convenience and portability. So that's, again, the main reason I got this. To my ears, I don't have golden ears. I don't hear any perceptible change in the sound. So there you go. I mean, it doesn't bother me that I'm using, you know, cheap cable. I think this thing ran 13. This particular one ran 11. So anyway, let me just wrap up this one first. So as you can see here, here it is on a DT1770. And this would actually be perfect because I've always heard that cables with mics, remotes, or whatever additional layer between your source and your headphone can add either artifacts or glitches, noise, snap, crackle, pops. So I figured this would be perfect, just connecting it directly to my Sound Blaster E5 amp and just listening to it while I'm at the table. And here it is on Massdrop's AKG K7XX. And now on AKG's Q701. So overall, I gotta say, I like it a lot. I wish it was just perhaps a little bit more flexible. It's semi-rigid, but I imagine maybe overuse over time, it may become a little bit more flexible. Who knows? I don't know. I'll report back in the long run. But considering that I'm gonna leave this one attached at the table, not a big deal. All right, now let's get to this one. This one I really enjoyed a lot. This was quite a surprise because of the remote. But more importantly, the fact that it actually has a switch back here. That's the mic that you see there, and as I had mentioned, there's a switch. This switch flips it so that it's compatible between iOS devices or Android, and I've tested it out in both, and it's fantastic. It works fully functional. You have in the middle your multi-function button, which is a play pause or your answer calls, in calls. Then you have your volume buttons, but accordingly, you know, if you tap, press, and hold, you can also skip tracks or seek. So like I said, fully functional on both iOS and Android devices. And it's very lightweight, super flexible. And I didn't really get too much microphonics from this particular cable because this braiding was actually relatively smooth. And here it is attached to the DT1770. Now, if there was one slight qualm about it, it would be that this microphone was a little bit too low, but I suppose the thinking was not that it should be right up here so it's closer to your mouth, but I think the thinking is that if you're going to use this, most likely you're going to do what most people do, which is to just grab the microphone and hold it near your mouth. So I have used this on calls, and the response from my from the recipient on the other end has been that it's actually pretty good. Doesn't sound too off from as if I was speaking on the phone directly. So the microphone on here was actually not bad. And here we have it mounted to AKG's Q701. And last but not least on the K7XX. And there you have it. If you're looking for a nice portable cable solution for your mini-XLR type headphones, I would highly recommend both of these. Now the only question that remains is how well these will last in the long run. I don't know, right? I don't know either of these companies, like I said. They're just two companies I found online on eBay, but overall they had pretty good feedback, but who knows, right? They're not a big company like Sennheiser or Beyerdynamic, so it's hard to say about the long-term prospects, but I'll report back in the long run to see how well these cables hold up. As part of FTC disclosures, these cables were purchased for my personal use. Thanks again for watching.